Hello, this is the daily COVID update from Deccan Herald. I'm Suraksha.
I'm Akhil.
On the bulletin today, Karnataka reports 20 new cases of COVID-19. The state government faces flak for cancelling interstate trains for migrants and the story of the spread of the virus in Karnataka so far. But first, a look at the national numbers with Akhil.
Nearly 3,000 new cases have been reported in the last 24 hours as we go into this recording. More than 35,000 people are active carriers of the virus so far. Nearly 15,000 patients have recovered since they were first tested, and the country has registered 1,772 COVID-related deaths so far. The country has reported more than 52,000 cases since January. The Indian Council of Medical Research has tested nearly 13 lakh samples from across the country. Maharashtra has reported 1,233 cases, the highest yet. The state is building a 1,000-bed Wuhan-style makeshift hospital in Bandra Karla to deal with the spike in cases. Wipro will turn its campus at Hinjewadi into a 450-bed intermediary care hospital. Tamil Nadu, meantime, has reported 771 new cases, and Gujarat has 380 new cases.
Karnataka has reported 20 new cases today. A total of 693 cases have been reported so far, out of which 309 are still active. 6 patients are in the ICU and 354 patients have been discharged until now. Out of the 20 new cases, 13 are from Badami and Bagalkote. All except one are contacts of patient 607. Patient from Badami has presented with influenza-like illness. Dakshina Kannada district has reported 3 cases. 2 cases have come in from Bengaluru urban and 1 each from Kalburgi and Vijayapura. All these cases are contacts of previously diagnosed patients. Kalburgi and Bengaluru urban have had 6 deaths each, the highest in the state. In national news, following the ongoing migrant crisis across the country, an RTI query has revealed that the Office of the Chief Labour Commissioner does not have data about migrant workers stranded due to COVID-19 lockdown. This is in spite of the commissioning of an official survey in early April. On April 8th, Chief Labour Commissioner Rajan Verma had written to heads of its 20 regional offices across the country to collect data on relief camps and migrant workers. This was instructed to be done at state and district level within 3 days. The letter had even said that the day-to-day progress had to be intimated to him. 5 days after Shramik trains were announced to help workers reach their hometowns from various parts of the country, several states are now rethinking the decision to enable such travel. Karnataka was the first to stop interstate travel, pointing to a halt in development activities. Telangana Chief Minister, who had initially promised 40 trains, has asked workers from other states to stay back. On the other hand, states like Bihar have refused to accept 5 trains from Kerala, which was subsequently cancelled. The Maharashtra government has alleged that Uttar Pradesh government has refused to allow a bus full of migrants to enter. Maharashtra has subsequently stopped all trains from the state and says it has no plans to start them in the near future. In news from Karnataka, a day after the government cancelled interstate travel arrangements in Bengaluru, migrant workers oblivious to the fact continue to line up in front of police stations and BBMP offices to enroll for the program to go back to their hometowns. In Vartur, over 100 migrants who were standing in front of the police station were beaten up by the police. Meanwhile, opposition leader Siddaramaiah has hit out at the government for cancelling interstate trains, saying the action was against the fundamental rights of the workers. In his tweet, he said the decision exposed the mindset of the government, which is willing to sacrifice the lives of labourers. The Chief Minister's decision had come after a meeting with representatives from Confederation of Real Estate Developers Association of India. In another tweet, he said that the decision to stay back or leave must be with the workers and not with the government. CITU has also condemned the move, calling it inhuman and cruel, blaming the real estate lobby for the misery that the workers are facing. However, Revenue Minister R. Ashok on Wednesday dismissed reports that the state is forcing migrant labourers to stay back. Addressing a press conference, he said the government is not trying to stop them from returning, but there is resistance from other states like West Bengal to take the migrants back. On cancellation of trains, Ashok said that the government has forced to cancel the trains as labourers change their mind on returning to their native states. In the meantime, more than 56,000 people have applied to return to Karnataka. A majority of them are from Bengaluru urban and are returning from states like Gujarat and Rajasthan. Their return, along with expats from overseas, is expected to burden the testing infrastructure in the state, as they will have to be screened for COVID-19.
In the meantime, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has announced a 1,610 crore special package for farmers as well as those in the unorganized sector today. The move is being seen as an attempt to mitigate the crisis in the state. For floriculturists who have suffered losses, the government has announced a compensation of Rs 25,000 per hectare, limited to the maximum extent of 1 hectare. Yediyurappa also promised benefits to farmers who grow vegetables and fruits and has promised to announce a relief package soon. Dhobis and barbers who were bereft of earnings during the lockdown will get a one-time relief of rupees 5,000. So will taxi and rickshaw drivers. The CM said the move will benefit about 60,000 washermen, 2.30 lakh barbers, and 7.75 lakh auto and taxi drivers. To prevent migration, Yadurappa has announced an additional 3,000 rupees financial assistance for construction laborers. The government has reportedly already paid 2,000 rupees to more than 11 lakh construction workers out of the total 15.80 lakh registered. For the MSMEs, the monthly fixed charge in electricity bills will be waived. For larger industries, the payment of fixed charges in the electricity bills will be deferred without penalty and interest for a period of 2 months. Electricity consumers across all categories have been included in the special package. Those paying their bills on time or in advance will get incentives and concessions. Power connection of consumers who have not paid the balance bill amount will not be disconnected till June 30th. The interest charged on delayed payments will also be reduced. Arrangements will be made for the balance bill to be paid in installments. The government also announced a new scheme for weavers. Under the Nekara Samana Yojana, the government will deposit 2,000 rupees directly into the bank accounts of 54,000 handloom weavers. Moving on to the news from the coronavirus. The State War Room has released data analyzing the spread of COVID-19 infection in the state, and according to the data, a total of just 62 root COVID-19 positive patients have been responsible for infecting 426 others in the state. In simpler terms, what this means is that every single root COVID-19 positive patient infected 6.87 others. Out of the 62 patients, 29 were identified as COVID patients only because they showed symptoms of severe acute respiratory infections or influenza-like illness. According to the data, these people ended up infecting 281 others before they were identified as having the disease. The next highest number of root patients are 18 domestic travelers, primarily from the Tablighi Jamaat congregation. 15 of the 18 patients have a travel history to Delhi and have accounted for 100 cases. The report makes special mention of patient 128, a 20-year-old man from Belgaum who attended the Tablighi Jamaat congregation and single-handedly ended up infecting 36 people in the country, 15 of them in Karnataka. The overall insights records that the younger the Tablighi attendee is and male, the more likely he is to spread the disease. The last group of root patients is made up of 15 international travelers who infected 34 others. The spread takes place at 2 levels. At level 1 of the spread, people are likely to turn positive who come up in direct contact with the root patient. These are immediate family members. At level 2, the infection spread amongst those who have not directly come in contact with the root patient. Instead, they're infected through level 1 contacts. People at this level are also more likely to catch the infection from public spaces. Before we go, the ethical hacker who goes by the pseudonym Elliot Alderson is back again. Instead of Aadhaar, this time the Arogya Setu app has caught his attention. Many privacy activists and politicians, including Rahul Gandhi, have spoken about the privacy issues in the contact tracing app released by the government of India. On May 5th, Alderson tweeted that he had found an issue in the app and requested the authorities to get in touch with him since the data of 90 million Indians were up for grabs. Within a few hours, the Arogya Setu team issued a statement saying that no personal information of any user was under risk. As of today, Alderson has revealed 2 major things. 1. Anyone can access an internal file by writing a single line of code. Apparently, this has now been rectified. 2. An attacker can now know who is infected or unwell in any area of his choice, including Prime Minister's office or the Indian Parliament or even a specific house. Alderson has demanded that the source code of the app be made open source so that people can know what the app is really doing on our phones. Watch out for the article that will go soon on Medium, where Alderson has promised to go into technical details. That's all from Suraksha and me today. For the latest updates, log on to DeccanHerald.com. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.